What's up, on family? It's all here, going live with my good friend Evan. Evan, how are you, brother? Great to see you.
Thank you. Great to see you, Yigal. Doing great over here in Boca Raton. We're waiting for a hurricane. All good.
Oh, for real? When is this supposed to hit?
Tomorrow, Sunday. We're ready.
Oh,
We're all ready.
So we have mix here in California. We don't have hurricanes, so I don't even know how to prepare for a hurricane. Then.
Doing my whole life. No big deal.
Nice. So tell us a little about yourself. You're a pawnbroker. Give us the name of the store, how long you've been a pawnbroker for, and how you got into the business.
So the pawn shop was started a couple months after I was born. So I was literally born into this. We're called Barry's Pawn and Jewelry. We're in Boca Raton, and I'm a third-generation pawnbroker.
Awesome, man. So third-generation pawnbroker, and it's been around for a while now. You guys have one location. You just did a revamp of your logo, outstanding. And if you guys don't follow Evan and Barry's Pawn on Instagram, he does amazing stuff on Instagram. You're awesome at Instagram. Very, very cool to see.
What's the matter with you if you're not following me? Come on.
I agree. Everybody's following you, right? Matt, I brought you on, Evan, to talk about the BYPB, the Boost Your Pawn business course. You took it some months ago. Obviously, there's people who are interested. I'm getting a lot of I don't know if this is right for me. I don't know if the information is going to help me or not. So I want to bring on somebody who's taken the course to talk about what you got out of it. How much investment did you, return did you make on your investment? And kind of give us a sneak peek into how it was working with me for 6 weeks and other pawnbrokers who were in the group.
Okay, so first of all, return on investment was almost immediate. Day one, Yigal gave us a couple of tips. We implemented them immediately, and our pawn balance just started going up. I was in a group with some amazing pawnbrokers. We are still in contact. We talk to each other daily. I'm probably getting messages from them right now. Shout out to you guys, best pawnbrokers in the country, and only getting better. A couple of things that I learned in the course that were just outstanding. Some leadership tips, marketing strategy stuff. I'm a numbers guy, so I kind of geeked out on the strategy, so I love it. And we even had some tips from Charlotte, going through ads and very important things, modern day marketing stuff. But just the clarity that I received, I always thought of myself as someone that kind of has a clear path, but something we did was we had an exercise, mission, visions, and values. Basically, you do a deep dive internally, externally. You need to figure out where you are, where you want to go, and it brought me to another level clarity-wise. So, like I said, right off the bat, there was return on investment, but it gave me kind of a foundation and a set of tools that I'm going to use to grow my business every single day, every single year. And I keep going back to these worksheets that I received in the course. And I analyze where I was then, where am I at now, COVID, this, hurricane, whatever. And anyway, if you're on the edge, and we actually had a couple of guys in our group that were on the edge, just do it. Just take the leap. It's worth it. I promise you. I guarantee it personally. If you decide that you don't like it, talk to Yigal, then talk to me. Okay? We'll figure it out.
I love it, man, because I know that when I first spoke to you, you were a little bit hesitant as everybody else. And of course, I've got the money back guarantee plus the $10 for tacos. And, if you don't like it. But I love the fact that you talked about clarity. And it's something that pawnbrokers don't have. You're third generation. And I remember when you were in the course, you work with your family, right? You've got your father and your brother, I believe. And at first it was well, I don't know if they're going to, listen to me, if this is going to work, if I can implement it. But as the weeks went by, I feel like your family also opened up to the concepts that were in the course. They started embracing it, allowing you to run with those ideas to improve the business. Is that kind of what you saw?
Right. So now they listen to every word that I say. But no, I shared the information that I was reading, that we were discussing, that we were working on in the course. And it's kind of just a way to readjust your perspective. We all step into the door into our shop every single morning, and we have an idea of how we hope the day is going to go. But another thing, I just thought of this, the pawn planner, epic. I love it. I still use it every single day. It's amazing. But you want to be set up mentally and physically for every scenario. We don't work strictly retail or strictly loans. We're such a multifaceted business that you have to be ready for everything. And the information that I loved, my family also really took a liking towards, and we use it every single day. It's can't recommend the course enough. And if
Awesome.
if you want to message me, any of you guys, look me up on Facebook. I'm in the group, so give me a shout.
And you talked about two things I want to kind of mention. You guys formed essentially like a brotherhood. It was 6 or 7 guys in the group. You still talk today. I know you guys have like a private chat, right? But I brought you guys together to then go like what you learned in the course, what you're implementing. Then I started seeing you guys kind of competing against each other in marketing and leveling up yourselves. And I thought that was amazing into what the course brought. It wasn't just what you learned, it's the relationships that you built with the people taking the course, which is cool.
So being a pawnbroker, you kind of isolate yourselves a lot, especially back in the day. I know that there was very little communication between owners. We're constantly messaging each other, sending pictures. I just did this. I just learned this. I just gave this loan. And it's super helpful, but it's also a little bit competitive, and we push each other. So we all wish the best for each other, and we want to see each other's pawn balances go through the roof. We want to see sales go through the roof. And we'll pretty much, I didn't know who these guys were before this course, and the course is pretty recent. But we all, and we've said it before, we feel like we've known each other for a lifetime, and all thanks to Yigal's camp. Boost your pawn balance.
Love it, man. And one last question for you, man. A lot of people are saying, I've got a lot of money right now, pawn balance is down, I'm doing a lot of sales. Would you still recommend the course, though, what we're going through? Do you think it's still relevant times?
Good question. There's a lot of people that are saying a lot of things about the state of the union, why loans are down, but basically I mentioned one thing before, and I want to add one other thing. You need to be ready for anything. You need to plan for every situation. That's what I was talking about before. But listen, as a pawnbroker, you don't want to have stacks of cash. That's the worst thing you could have. So, and we talked about it before. I think COVID kind of just started when we were in the middle of the course. So we discussed different options. But now more than ever, it's super important to sorry, my headphones just cut out.
No worries. No. Awesome, brother. So I appreciate you, Evan. If anybody has a question for Evan, please reach out to him. I'll let you go. Absolutely. It's Friday, Shabbat for you. So love you, man. I appreciate you. For those of you who want, I've got 2 more spots in the Boost Your Pawn Business course coming up this next week. Just put Boost in the comments, and I'll reach out to you. Evan, thank you. I'm so happy to hear that you guys are doing well, even though these times are what they are. And send my love to the family, man.
Thank you so much, Yigal.
Awesome, brother.
All right.